Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So as we kick off the trading week, we're seeing gold taking a step back, having a bit of a breather before possibly gearing up for another record high. We've got Fed Chair Powell's speech when the American market does open later on today, and we're going to see if he does give any more signals about where gold can be going and also the dollar. And speaking of the greenback, we've had yearly lows on the dollar index at the moment, just touching above the $100 level. So it's a very significant psychological level to keep intact, because if we do get a break here and a confirmation, then the dollar could spiral off into a big sell-off. But we'll look at the chart shortly on the dollar. First of all, just going to look at gold, and as I said, on the 8-hour chart, just seeing now, as I said, just a drop off at the 26.85 record that we saw last week, just now succumbing to roughly 26.40, so roughly about a $30 to $40 drop on gold. So slight downturn, a bias at the moment, but nothing to worry about if you are a gold trader looking for another leg higher. As you can see here, we did have another drop off similar to what we're experiencing at the moment just recently, so not too much in the way of concern moves that a correction is in place. We're just seeing now that price action is just taking a bit of a breather, so we'll see what happens in the near term. And speaking of the near term, let's just put it onto the 4-hour chart because it's a little bit more interesting. As you can see here, we've had consolidation, upward shift, slight consolidation, small dip, but as I said, nothing to worry about at the moment if you are trading on a bullish bias, because 2600 is the next psychological support in that realm, and if we do hold above that particular area, then prices are more than likely going to move a bit higher. However, we'll obviously wait and see if that does happen and bring you all the latest in the big moves in the market. Now, just looking on the greenback, now let's just see, we'll bring this down to a daily chart. I just want to emphasize just how important this shift will be if we do break this $100 area. So back in July, we did have a brief moment where we dipped below that particular area, but not too far. We're at 99.60, 99.55. But if we bring it all the way back to when the greenback was really suffering quite significantly, as you can see here, we were down to 90 and just hovering above 94, 95. So when we had that break up to 114, since then, as you can see, very, very choppy, very consolidative, not really seeing a directional bias. But if we just zoom in a bit further onto the 4-hour chart, we're just seeing now that it is just clinging on to that support. We haven't really touched it yet, but not too far away. As you can see here, just a few cents above that particular zone. So are we going to have a break? Are we going to see the dollar capitulate even further? Or is there a turnaround in the markets and will gold start falling away from its record high? Or are we going to see 2700 before we know it? A lot of traders did say, like I said last week, 2700 was supposedly going to be towards the end of the year. However, it looks like it's going to probably happen a little bit sooner than that. But with the Fed starting to cut rates as well, is this going to determine the factor and the path of the dollar and gold in the near term? We'll have to wait and see. But as usual, we'll bring you all the latest in the fundamental and technical directions on our YouTube and Telegram channel. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.